All right, let's start with cleansers. The ones that I'm currently wearing are the Centella Ampoule Foam and the CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Cleanser. I primarily use this in the morning, and then I use this at night. And the reason why I use this at night is because it has some oil, which is great for removing makeup and even sunscreen. So if you wear either of those, an oil-based cleanser is the way to go. Not only that, but oil cleansers also tend to be more hydrating for your skin. And since I have very dry skin, my skin loves this product, but you can't go wrong with either of these. I'm removing my Aura ring, but after you cleanse your face, you add just a tad bit of the Centella toner and you just apply it all over your face. And what this essentially does, it just rehydrates your face and it also prepares the skin for the rest of the skincare routine. Also, don't forget the beard if you have a beard. It also needs hydration. And then let's take my Taylor Swift Fortnite exclusive vinyl and let's just dry my face before the next step. You don't have to go as intense as I do, but I like to just hydrate my skin a lot, so I will use this Ampoule Intense Ampoule Serum by the same brand, Skin 1004. I think it's called Centella, the Centella collection. And I, again, just apply it all over my face and oh my God, it just feels so hydrating, so good on my skin. And this ampoule serves as a skin barrier repair and soothing of the skin. There are also times where instead of using the toner, I will opt to use the quick calming pads by Centella or Skin 1004. They are very, very similar, but what this product does is that it calms the skin. So if you're flaring up, you have some redness, it's a little irritated, that is when I would use these calming pads as opposed to the toner. And, you know, sometimes I use both, why not? All right, after using the Ampoule Serum, I will go ahead and use my non-negotiable, honestly, which is La Repurchase Hyaluronic Acid. This is the brand that I have been using for a couple of years now, and I find it to be the best one out there. And just a little goes a long way. What hyaluronic acid does is that it brings back that moisture into your skin and it helps it retain and absorb a lot more than not using one. Now, after this step, this is where things start to change depending if it's a night routine or a daily routine. So if it's a night routine, then I would go ahead and use the retinol serum by CeraVe and apply it throughout my face and just avoiding, you know, the under eye area, since that is a very sensitive part of your face, and also like the lip area. I would just only use it like around here, wherever I get wrinkles, around the eye, maybe a little bit on the smile lines and the cheek, and, you know, sometimes the neck too, because sometimes we just ignore the neck, but the neck is also important. And then after applying the retinol, if it's a nighttime routine, I would then just go in with an eye cream, which I will go over in a bit, and then just my moisturizer for the night, and that is all for the night routine. Now, if it is the day routine, then after applying the hyaluronic acid, I would then go in with the same brand, La Roche-Posay Mela B3 Serum, and this product is for spot correcting and brightening the skin. So if you have like sunspots or leftover marks after a breakout of acne, I have found that this really helps alleviate those problematic areas. So again, I'll just apply it in the same areas, make sure that the problematic areas are being covered. I try to avoid, again, the under eye area, as it is pretty sensitive. The only thing I use for my under eyes is the eye cream that I will show you guys here in a sec. But yeah, that is all I do In between each product, you want to wait between a minute or 2 minutes, depending on how thick the product is. And I do want to mention, try not to use this product on days that you use retinol. Both of the products target similar problematic areas, so there's no need to overdo it. And you also want to be easy with your skin. So again, skip this on retinol days. And if you do use the Mela B3 product, it is always important to apply some sunscreen before you head out for the day. All right, after using the Mela B product for spot correcting, I go in with the same brand, La Roche-Posay, and I use their Under Eye Cream. I honestly do not know how to pronounce the names of these products, so I will leave the links to them down below. What I like about this product the most is that it provides like an instant change in my eyes, and the reason being is because it has a little bit of like a tint, but it's not like makeup tint. It's just like the tint of the product itself, like the chemicals that it has. The color just provides like an instant like relief to the problematic areas. But it also has caffeine, which is very helpful for this part of the face. Not only that, but it also has like a metallic tip, and cold metal or substances under the eye provide an instant relief of the puffiness. Of course, it's not like a miracle product and it will not get rid of your dark undercircles if it's genetics, but from my experience, I have seen changes in my appearance over time, and I just love how this product feels and how my face looks like after applying it. And going back to the retinol nights, after you apply the hyaluronic acid, you again would apply the eye cream and then your moisturizer and go to bed. So just wanted to mention that again. All right, and then we have a few options. I can either use this Elta MD AM Restore Moisturizer, or I can use the Centella Probiotica Enrich Cream, which is super silky and super hydrating, but I only use these when my face is like literally cracking. It's such a good cream that I just don't want to use it if I don't need it. If I can use a regular moisturizer, then I'll just do that. So then again, all over the face. I apply just a little bit in the under eye, around the eye, anywhere where you are drying up and cracking, go ahead and add it. And then this is just situational, but if you are breaking out and you have an active acne, which by the way, I think I have like a little acne mark right here. I had a pimple a couple of days ago, and I was using some pimple patches, which I don't have with me here, but they're from the brand Corrector, I believe. And those work really well. So I'll just apply them in here, leave it there overnight, and usually the pimple is ready to burst or it's just gone. Right now, like the pimple juice is gone and it just left a little mark in there because it's still healing. So what I do is I use Neutrogena's Stubborn Acne AM treatment. What I do is just apply just the tiniest bit, spread it out, and honestly, it has been an incredible product. Again, none of these products are sponsored, but I found about this through one of my friends that really struggled with acne growing up, and she swears by this product. So I've been using it ever since. Anytime I break out, anytime I have a pimple or want the mark to go away, and it really does help. If you've been on the lookout for a face sunscreen that actually works and doesn't leave like a white tint around your skin, this product is the one to go for. As always, you want to finish up your skincare routine with sunscreen. It is by far the most important skincare step to prevent damaging your skin and to prevent, or rather reduce, the amount of damage that sunlight can produce in your face. So look at how seamless that blended. Like, it just looks like I have nothing in my face. There are other brands that I have tried in the past that just make me look like a ghost and pale, and I have not had that problem with Elta MD skincare. Again, it's not sponsored. I just really love this product. It's a little bit more on the pricier side, but I think it's 100% worth it. Also, for your nightly routine, you can use any face moisturizer, but I like using CeraVe's facial moisturizing lotion, ultra lightweight, in the PM or nightly version. Honestly, I think it's all marketing. Most facial moisturizers have the same ingredients, but I just like having variety and options. And that is it. These are all of the products that I use for my skincare routine. I don't think my skin is perfect, but I do like to take care of it as much as I can. We're all gonna get old and wrinkly, but if I can delay that a little bit, I will do whatever I can to make myself look as youthful as possible and healthy too. All right, so in my videos, of course, I don't look like this. This is what my skin actually looks like. What you guys see in my videos is me just looking like just completely covered in makeup. And so I'm just gonna show you guys what I do for my makeup routine. So I came across this brand, it's called Misha, and I use their Perfect Cover BB cream. It's supposed to be like a tinted moisturizer as opposed to like a thick foundation, which I love. And it also has SPF, which, by the way, even if your makeup has SPF, it is still recommended to use an actual dedicated SPF underneath your SPF makeup or tinted moisturizer. I am using the shade number 25. I believe it's called Warm Beige. And I just use just one little squirt and I apply it throughout my face. You know, I've gotten so many comments on my video, my previous video where I used this tinted moisturizer, and there's some people in the comments saying like, oh my gosh, you look so much better without makeup. And I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it. I'm still gonna wear makeup. I like how I look with makeup. Especially men. Men are the ones that like leave comments in my videos and saying like that I should not be wearing makeup and that my unmaked up look looks a lot better and whatnot. And I'm like, why are you even checking me out? Are you like a little fruity or what's up? Of course, I'm only saying the nice comments. There have been other very sexist and discriminatory comments that I will not go into. But yeah, so look at that. You can already tell a difference. And I used less product than in my previous video, and it still looks just amazing. It looks flawless. After that, what I do is just apply a tad bit of this under eye concealer by It Cosmetics. It's called Bye Bye Under Eye, and I use the shade Medium Tan. And what I do is just apply a little bit in my finger, one of the weaker ones, and then just add it underneath my under eye circles, and then a little bit around the nose because I get a little bit of redness there. I think I'll probably add a little bit up here since I have an active, or not active, but like a little mark from a pimple that was previously there. And then I try to blend it in as much as I can with my finger, and I'm just like tapping. I'm not like smearing, it's just tap, 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 tap. And if you don't own a concealer brush, I highly recommend using one. It makes such a difference. Like, it just blends everything so well. All right, it's already looking a lot better. Look at that. Clean face. All right, after that, I go in with a liquid blush. I use Hourglass's Unreal Liquid Blush in the color Future, and I just get just the tiniest bit. And then I just apply it a little bit on the tip of my nose. Over here, my upper cheekbone. Boop. And sometimes a little bit on the forehead. And I try to apply it wherever the sun would hit more prominently. So like in my bony cheekbones, in my nose, in my tip of my nose, blend it in a little bit. There you go. You do want to use a different brush for blush than, you know, your under eye concealer. Most of you probably already know this, but I'm saying this for people that perhaps are new to makeup. I know I was very confused. I'm like, why do I need to buy 5 different brushes? Like, can I just use the same one? And it's like, oh, now I understand why. And now if you want a little bit more definition, you want to add a little bit of contouring, which is also a new area for me. I had never contoured until maybe like 2-3 months ago, and it's been great, honestly. Like, it just adds a little bit of a shadow to create a little bit more dimension. Some people also add some like underneath their jawline to like make it more prominent, but I don't do that. I think my beard does a good job already, so I don't do that. I use another brush. All right, how are we looking? So far so good, right? Like, wow. All right, something else that is new to me is eyebrows. In my previous video, I mentioned that I have a scar in one of my eyebrows. You can barely tell, but when I was a kid, I accidentally sliced my eyebrow with a screw or a nail that was like in like a wooden plank under my bed. It's a long story, but I sliced it, and now I have a scar there, which is pretty interesting because a lot of people want an eyebrow scar. I want to cover mine up. So I am using Anastasia's Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color dark brown. I opted for a dark brown because I tried the black one in their like at Ulta, I believe, and the black was just way too dark for me, so I had to go a little bit lighter. But like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but like between this eyebrow and this eyebrow, like, and even if you mess up and it doesn't look even, you can just use the little brush side of the makeup stick and then just brush away, and it'll like blend it in really nicely. Like, honestly, I don't know why I held off for so long on like wearing eyebrow makeup. It makes such a huge difference. Like, I saw this video online of somebody photoshopping like famous actors and celebrities with different eyebrow structures and fullness, and it makes a difference. And that's where I was like, all right, I gotta try it, and have been loving it ever since. Bam. It just takes a minute or two, and the difference is, I love it. All right, and then the last step. This is something that I just purchased, so if I am using it incorrectly, let me know. I checked out some videos on social media and seeing how people are applying it, and everybody applies them differently, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I just add a little bit, because I only want to highlight. Did I say this is a highlighter? No. So this is supposed to be a liquid highlighter that kind of like blends really well, seamlessly in your skin, and it gives you that natural glowy effect without making it look like it's intense. And I've tried it once or twice, and yeah, I mean, it does make a difference. I add it in areas that I want to brighten up a bit, especially where the light will hit the most. So around my forehead, then I'll apply some in my cheekbone, tip of my nose. Then I go in with a brush and then just tap, 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 tap. Bam. I think everyone should try out makeup regardless of your sex or what anybody else will think or say. It's like when people tell me like, why are you wearing colored contact lenses? Your natural eyes are a lot better. And I'm like, yeah, thank you. I love my dark brown eyes, but I want to change it up a bit every once in a while. I want to enhance my look. And that is what makeup and contact lenses are here for. I am really loving how the makeup is looking on me right now, and unfortunately I'm not going anywhere tonight. I just did my makeup for the video, so I'm gonna have to find something to do tonight because I think I'm looking quite fabulous. Thank you so much for watching and spending some time with me today. Again, all the products that I have used in this video will be down below. Go ahead and check them out. Take care, and I will see you guys next time.